Now?
We are starting. We are starting now. Right now.
Oh,
It says live on my
Welcome to the International
screen.
Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic. I always get excited to say that. I don't know why. I just like it. Anyway, talking about WWE, of course. Because
WWE.
what was that?
Why is
What is
echo?
that, Casey? What is that echo, Casey?
Casey?
Are you listening to us at the same time?
It's not me. It's not me.
It's definitely
Not me. I have a headset on.
definitely you. Like it's definitely you. I can tell when
It's
it's you and when it's not. Anyway, we're talking about WWE and how WWE's banning a bunch of moves and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
definitely you.
okay. We're talking about WWE and how they ban all kinds of moves and stuff and stuff like that. But you know, um, they recently banned the Muscle Buster of Samoa Joe, which I think is stupid. They should stop banning so many moves. I don't know. I know I get it that it's like a move that can hurt people, but like, isn't every
uh
move technically a move that could hurt people? Like technically,
uh
like when you technically think about it.
ask Tyson Kidd how he feels about that. He
I
almost
mean,
ended he almost ended
I
Tyson
mean,
Kidd.
people almost died via the Styles Clash, but that
That
wasn't
got
banned. I
banned
mean, it was
too
banned for a
from
little,
WWE.
technically. Banned for a little bit. Anyway, but
It was
yeah, I
banned a
mean, I
lot.
get it. Like people get hurt off of it. And yes, Tyson Kidd got really hurt off of it. But I don't know. I feel like if they've been using it for so many years, like why can't they continue to use it? Like because after a while, I mean, and if nothing else, if you're gonna ban the move, new that's actually specific to them. Like when they banned the curb stomp and they gave Seth Rollins a pedigree, which was fine at the point, but now I don't like it. Anyway, do you guys have any thoughts on banning of moves? And Amy's really vocal about this, about Tyson Kidd and stuff. So she has some thoughts. So we'll start with Amy, and then we'll go to Casey. Maybe we probably won't.
No. We'll just leave this to an Amy DJ
I
combo.
like that. That's actually a good idea.
No, we won't. We will not do that.
Yep, I think we will. I understand them wanting to ban some moves. It does make sense, especially if they're caused back-to-back injuries. Muscle Buster has a few people, but also how Samoa Joe was pulling that move off, sometimes doing it like avalanche style. That is not the best idea because of how he holds their neck, and if he doesn't hold it right, or if he even slips, that person could be paralyzed or dead. And Tyson Kidd's, you know, and since he wasn't paralyzed nor is he dead, but the man hasn't seen a wrestling ring at all since then, and that has got to been coming up on a year or so. So I definitely get it. Styles Clash, that's a little harder one to ban, I think, just because of how it's actually set up. I mean, I get it to a degree, but I've seen Ring of Honor ban it, New Japan banned it, WWE even banned it for a while. But I think if you have vets going at it who either wrestled each other or have come to a trust, like Jericho's the one who got the Styles Clash back in the WWE because he wanted it for a spot in WrestleMania. I think if you have something like that, then it should be fine. But let's say Charlotte tries some crazy move. No, the woman can barely wrestle as is. I mean, she is talented to a degree, but she did literally drop Sasha Banks on her back, pretty much, going at the lumbar spine over there, hurting her.
Can we ban Sasha Banks's reverse hurricane?
Uh, I
Like she
don't
almost
know.
kills herself every time she does it. Like I love the
Absolutely.
move, I do, I love it, but I
Absolutely
don't want her to hurt herself trying to do it.
She's fine.
Yeah.
She's fine. It's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay.
I don't know. I know she somewhat looks like she's gonna get hurt, but I know when Bailey does it, it just looks like a weird fall, but they actually fall decently on their arm. So I don't know, but I
Like
get what you're
I'm
saying.
fine with banning moves. Like I'm completely fine with banning moves if they replace the move with a similarly nice move. Like I like because like I'm fine with banging the curb stomp, even though I really like the curb stomp. But I'm fine with banging the
Yeah.
curb stomp. But if like you should replace it with something that he used to do or something he doesn't do as much anymore, or something which was probably something that got banned too. But
Falcon's
anyway,
arrow.
or a power
It's
bomb.
not-
'Cause I think
No,
everyone should do power bombs. That's just personal opinion.
he needs to get no. Speaking of banned moves, thank you, DJ, for
The
reminding
buckle
me of
bomb.
this
Is that
one.
what you're gonna say?
Yes, that crap needs to be banned from Finn.
No,
He is not a heavyweight. He does
I love
not
the
have
buckle
the
bomb.
upper body strength. He doesn't have the upper body strength to properly project someone at a turnbuckle, or in Finn Balor's case, the barricade. Finn was at
What
such
did
an
Finn?
angle.
Did
No,
Finn Balor have to try to catch
go
himself?
back and watch it. If Finn even remotely stays still, he is still injured in that shoulder. Probably a different injury, but he is still injured because of the angle that Finn was thrown at. He wasn't thrown flush, and that's my problem. Seth does not have that type of strength to do it. Look at what happened to Sting. He retired Sting. Sting isn't wrestling anymore. I mean, come on. That's two decently
That's proof.
veteran.
That's proof. TNA's better than WWE. Sting wrestled for 18 million years in TNA, and he never retired. So
In
I
WCW.
blame WWE for this, not Seth Rollins. No. Yeah, I agree. The buckle bomb is definitely a dangerous move for Seth. I feel like I love Seth, but he has hurting. He has hurting a lot of people. He has hurt a lot of people with that move.
He's just
So
hurt people in general.
I mean, he hurting my grandma right now. That's how bad it is. Like that's just it's rough. Casey, I feel like you have some thoughts, but you're muted, and that's sad and all. It is. It's real sad.
It's not sad.
Do you have any thoughts on any moves you want to see banned, or the banning of the banning of moves in general?
If I could talk.
I was trying to unmute you that time. I was trying to help.
Why? Why are you doing this? I mean, I would get my thoughts out if I could. If I could get my thoughts out, I totally would. There's some that I agree, some that I don't. I mean, moves like a chair shot to the head have been banned for years, obviously for certain reasons, for obvious reasons. Moves like the punt kick, yeah, like that obviously, just it's not a good idea in general. Then other moves like obviously the pile driver, that there's still
Eric Young,
people,
bring it back. Sorry, I get excited.
Can I get thoughts out?
No.
Can I do it? No.
Nope. It's true. You can't.
There's some guys that they still will let do certain moves. Like Taker still does a pile driver. I think Kane still does a pile driver. But they do it. They've been there for so long, and they do it in such a way that they do it in a safer way. Whereas there's so many ways to do these different moves, like variations, especially the pile driver. There's some people that just do it in horrible ways. Just watch the indies, and some guys just do really bad pile drivers. But then there's other moves, like I think they banned the shooting star press, which I think they did for a while. I don't know if they did. They still have it banned.
Yeah, they banned it for after Billy Kidman had done it or something like that.
Yeah.
For like a long time after that.
And
It
then
was
the
like
14
5 or 6 years.
apparently. I mean, there's some that, and it's still, for me, it goes back to a lot of it. And I mean, there's some moves that are just dangerous in general that shouldn't be done. But there are some moves that it's just with WWE. They push guys up to the main roster so quick from NXT. Like, they try to get 10 years of training into 3 years at the most. I think most people are in NXT for like 3 years, and that's even beginners. Unless you're like Tyler Breeze and you're there for like 8 years.
Or Eva
But I
Marie
mean,
for 5 months.
yeah, they try to give you all that, training, which isn't going to work. And you're not going to know how to take these moves. You're not going to know how to safely just do bumps in general safely. So, unfortunately, because the majority of the roster for a while there was people that didn't have the 10, 15 years of experience, didn't know how to do all these moves. So a lot of these moves are getting banned. Even some moves that we question why they're being banned. I mean, I don't know. There's some that I like I said, I agree with, like pile drivers in general. Anything with the neck or head is questionable.
What about pile drivers on the apron and pile drivers on the steel steps?
Well, I mean, obviously those need to be kept in. I mean, there's no question about that. The apron brainbuster, that obviously needs to be kept. And I mean, there's some cool moves that we love to see. Like we love to see Kevin Owens powerbomb somebody on the apron, but it's probably a horrible idea. Anything could go wrong there. It could be somebody who's done that spot hundreds of times, and that one time you could hit just the wrong way and never walk again. So this is a really tough, I think, discussion. I think we came into this kind of thinking, oh, these shouldn't be banned. They're cool. But then when you really start thinking about, the different moves and how they could go wrong, then you're like, oh, okay, maybe. But, they should bring
ban the half Boston crab.
They,
No.
I think we need to bring the vertebraker back and Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah.
That move. Canadian Destroyer, bring it back.
Oh God. Well, here's a thought.
Those are the greatest moves.
What is this thought?
Should the move be banned, or should it just be limited?
Should the person be thrown out of wrestling forever? Yes. Kick him out. Oh.
No. Should it be determined by the person doing the move? Like we were talking about veterans versus these rookies. Obviously, we're not going to have these NXT stars, even though, like, take Apollo Crews, who's really physically talented and all that. We're not going to have him do a power driver. But, like we said, Kane and Undertaker have done it for so many years. We trust them. AJ Styles has done this Styles Clash for, 10 years?
Yeah.
Plus, probably. So, veterans like that, should it be the person or the move in general?
I think it should be the person, because they could even use that in the storyline to a certain degree, and I know they've done it in the past, but they could actually use it in like a legit storyline where like just a way to build a story on it where like, oh, I can use the move but you can't, because you're just because I didn't Ring of Honor do that in some form or fashion with the what was it, a package power driver I think or something like that. Yes. With Mike Bennett and was it Mike Bennett and Steen or something? Mike Bennett somebody. I can't remember.
Just about Mike Bennett. That's all I remember.
Yeah, but I mean, they could always do it like that. But yeah, I do think it should depend on the person because, like, I don't feel like I feel like it would be fine for Neville to do a shooting star press, but like Big Show just shouldn't.
Who broke the ring?
or Braun Strowman, just for I guess a younger aspect. Braun Strowman just should put for size reasons and that he probably doesn't do a shooting star press all the time.
Brock Lesnar should not do the shooting star press.
I was just about to say Brock Lesnar.
I think he should try it at least one more time. He's got to redeem himself.
No.
No,
The man's
absolutely
gonna knock
not.
himself out.
That is going to end so horribly.
So 450 splash, Brock Lesnar. I'm putting it on the list.
Oh,
450 splash. But any other thoughts on banning too many moves or banning too less moves or should they ban more moves or anything?
They should honestly analyze their roster and see who they have and what they're capable of and what they know they can pull off before they allow these moves into their production. I mean, they go over this crap in production and when they produce the matches and all that crap. I mean, they have a general.
But that's too much work for WWE.
I know, right? That's logic, though. That's straight logic. I mean, the
Here's
people are in the arena like 6 hours before the show starts. You do have a producer. It's scripted to a degree with the match. It's to a degree because they do go off a crowd and they do figure out what works and what doesn't. So they can say, "Hey, we're going to do this move somewhere in this, spot," and then they can say no. Like Charlotte should never be allowed to do anything off the turnbuckle.
Here's a thought. You have
Spinning toe hold, ban it.
Here's a thought. You have an entire performance center with millions of dollars of technology and
what's that?
And foam pits.
Knowledge. Maybe train your wrestlers longer than 3 years. Like make them actually earn the chance to go up. Like don't you have a good look. Let's give you a couple months of training and then throw you up, and you're not gonna have any idea what you're doing, but you look good.
Throw them in with a 10-year veteran. That's right. That's how we do
it. Yeah, sure. It's gonna be a good match. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. For the longest, I find it funny. For the longest, any type of chokehold was banned, but they used a chin lock, and then all of a sudden, a triangle choke is in play. Like, what in the heck is going on? Because Hell's Gate, if you guys don't know or not mixed martial arts fan, is a triangle chokehold. That's done by the Undertaker. And I don't remember who else randomly uses a triangle chokehold, but they're starting to bring in mixed martial arts to it to a degree. I mean, granted, they do have some mixed martial arts wrestlers, so I get it. But I don't know. I think that's going to start to become an issue when they accidentally choke somebody out or hurt them badly with some of these moves. Depending on what they are. Obviously, a knee bar is not going to do much unless they torque the knee too long.
So ban the spinning toe hold. I'm telling you, it's a rough move. I've tried it before. It hurts. They should ban it. It's egregious. Spinning toe hold on the ban list.
I'm surprised that they haven't banned AJ Styles' combination when he does a spinning back elbow after like the Miz lost a tooth and someone else almost did. Very surprised. That would seem like something WWE would ban. Offensive innovation.
You know what? I think they should just go ahead and ban the lockup. It's so dangerous. You can hit your head. It's too dangerous. They need to start a match off some other way, like with a drop kick or something.
Like a big kick. Random big kick.
What about a shoulder block? Should they start it with a shoulder block?
No, then they'll start knocking people out for real.
We should ban Cena's 5 moves of doom and see what he does. Let's do it.
Or we should be like 5 move John and only have 5 moves and call it a night. That way you can't go wrong.
I honestly think we need to ban one of the most dangerous moves in WWE, the Superman punch. That thing, when he does this,
it's the build up though. The punch it's cool. Like it's just
when he goes down and hits the ring, I feel like he's just gonna break his own wrist at some point.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that.
Boom.
Yeah. Probably.
I don't think he hits the ring that hard though. Like I think he makes it seem like he does, but I really don't think he hits.
No, he hits it real hard.
Yeah, I get it.
Or
my God.
Here's a question for you both: should we ban the German suplex?
No, that's my favorite.
No,
ever.
You can't.
That's my favorite.
You can't do that.
Or the F5?
Yes.
The F5?
Okay, the F5, when done properly, you land flush. Like when you're done properly, you land flush, like on your arms, like a Superman type deal. But when done improperly, people thank you. I can't do it. I'm holding a phone, so hold it. Thank you, DJ. I know you got me. But when done improperly, like Brock Lesnar tends to do, which is odd because that's his finisher, you will land on your shoulder and not flushly to where the point where you're smacking your head and you're concussed, like the Undertaker. Fun fact: that is how the Undertaker could not kick out of that F5 at WrestleMania. He
was robbed. I demand a recount. I demand it. Recount.
I'm almost positive he was supposed to lose at that point, but not at that point in the match at all.
I still want to recount.
But when that move's done improperly, you land on your shoulder and you hit your head. It's not even like when you're diving in soccer for the ball and you land flush on your shoulders. No, you land awkward angle and smack your head on the ring. He injured Michael Cole doing that. Granted, it's Michael Cole, but like that was a legitimate injury that Michael Cole had from him.
Sorry, Michael. My bad.
But
Miley just sent me something saying, "Huh."
We need to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Wrestling is fake, and that ring is so bouncy. That ring is so bouncy. You guys act like it's hard. It's like a trampoline.
Parts of it is. Parts of it, there is a springboard within a certain part of the ring, but it's not in the.
I mean, but it's still a wood like under there. It's
just
still
a big bouncy house.
There's a pad about that thick. You know, it's fine. It's good.
Yeah. But should we ban Brock from doing a German suplex since the man doesn't know how to execute one properly and wants to hurt people?
We should ban Brock in general because if he's not going to be there full time, I don't want
him. He's kind of like Goldberg in a way because Goldberg truly didn't know how to wrestle, and I think is Goldberg the one who pretty much ended Brett? I want to say.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, with that freaking kick. Did he hit him with that kick?
Yeah. I know Brett got kicked, but I couldn't remember who was Goldberg. But yeah, Goldberg couldn't wrestle well. When he did his spear, he just hurt everybody, like broken ribs for everybody. You get a broken rib. You get a broken rib. Oh, you only get a bruised rib. You're not that lucky.
All right. Next week, 6-pack. Top 6 wrestlers who can't wrestle. Yeah.
It's gonna have to be the.
That's
week
actually
after
quite
next,
simple. Right? We could just discuss that right now.
Eva Marie.
Eva Marie. Cameron. Eva Marie.
Eva Marie.
Cameron.
Brock Lesnar. Goldberg.
Goldberg. Let's see. Need 2 more. Who can't wrestle? John Cena.
John
Cena. Roman Reigns. Okay. You got my top.
All right, that was the top 6 who can't wrestle. What's a new topic?
All right, that's a 6-pack, so none tomorrow, guys. Feel bad about
we have to talk about our cruiserweights.
That's true.
I have that list completed, actually.
I haven't even started.
I did it that night we decided, so I wouldn't forget about it.
Do I count as a cruiserweight?
Yes. DJ is my top cruiserweight champion.
Wait,
Where's the belt, DJ? Here, I clank you with my iPod.
I thought I was sure.
She gets it.
Yay!
No, because you're fat. You're fat. Where's Justin when we need him? You're fat. That's what Justin would say.
He's hiding under a table in Antarctica, hiding from the New Day and the Penguins.
No, he's hiding under the table in Puerto Rico, the shining star of the Caribbean.
Can I put Epico on my
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Does WWE ban too many moves? If you're joining just now and you don't know what's going on, scroll back some and be sure to watch the rest of the video or you're going to be really confused. And I'm sorry.
Still live for a second. I forgot that we.
By the way, anyway, be sure to subscribe, Be sure to give us a like, give us a share or something. Remember that one time I told you to take your shoe off, staple it to your shoe, and then throw it? Do that this time again. I haven't said that in a while. Anyway, it's a good way to share anything you need to share, even a love letter. Give her your shoe. Anyway,
Carrier
Okay, hold
also
on.
follow.
Here, Amy, here's mine.
What?
Also, follow at ICW underscore podcast on Twitter and follow DD underscore Amy underscore Miley MYLIE on Twitter as well. That's about it. We'll see you guys sometime later, tomorrow actually. Tomorrow for the 6-pack about cruiserweights. That's about it. Bye. See you. Um,
Adios.